Hello everyone, welcome to the Brooklyn Tea Party meeting for April 30th, 2023. Thank you for coming out in this driving rain that we've been having in the last 2 days. And today we are in very strange times, as we could see in the last time we met, besides our online meeting. We had President Trump being, indicted. But before we start that fun stuff that the left is throwing in our way, let's start off with the Pledge of Allegiance. Okay, please rise. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much. Please be seated. As I was saying, we are in interesting times. Speaking of Confucius type of lingo, we are in the midst of any moment to be at war with China and Russia. World War III. Hey, the Orange Man, right? He was going to get us into World War III, wasn't he? Well, it looks like the guy that don't know how to get off the stage might be doing that for us, right? Where do I go? Do I go this way or that way? The guy needs a leash to be let off the stage. It's very embarrassing, but you know what? At least he doesn't give mean tweets, because that's what matters at the end of the day, right? We don't want our feelings hurt. I mean, I know my pocket is hurting, but we don't want our feelings hurt, and that's what matters at the end of the day. And I'm so happy that everyone's happy, the way the country's going. Joe Biden is, please get reelected, right everyone, right? No? Okay. Yeah, it's absolutely disgusting what is going on. Will people wake up? I don't know. I mean, they voted for him, supposedly. I don't want to get sued by Dominion, right? So, who knows, right? At the end of the day, they control the apparatus. They control the get out the vote. They control everything. I'm talking about the deep state, and we all know what's going on here. We know that there's a shadow government happening here. This is, you, not for one moment think, a guy that was in the basement got elected. Please. More votes than Obama. All of a sudden, the vice president, who was a senile person even back then, everyone was like, you know what? Yeah, I want the first real senile president, more than the first African-American and half white, half black, whatever. I want the senile guy. Everyone come out and vote for him. I'm so super excited. The rallies were so much. I mean, we've seen how many people were in that circle.
10.
Right? With the horns beeping, bing, bing, bing. Oh, it's wonderful.
But we're not allowed to talk about that, though.
No. We can't talk about that. Nothing to see behind these curtains, right? Great Wizard of Oz. Look, we are in a real serious trouble, and we need people like you to get out there and be our foot soldiers. We cannot have, for one moment, letting our guards down, because we have to fight. Okay? Fight legally, of course. We don't want to go to jail. Fight. You gotta express your opinions. You can't be silent. That's how they win. He who yells the loudest gets their way, right? What do they do? 5 of them are yelling. All of a sudden the news cameras are on. Oh my God, someone's yelling. And they do whatever they say. That is what's happening in our schools. With transgender this and story time. Look, at the end of the day, no one should be assaulted or anything because of what they are. Okay? Whatever you are is what you are. But for a moment, do we really think that it's appropriate to sexualize children? It is not appropriate to do that. And that is what is happening with the weird agenda of the left. Because they want to take away the family unit. And by doing that, the government, your papa and mama. And that's what happens in Soviet-style governments, right? Because that's who is your parents, the government. What they're trying to do with our cryptocurrency coming our way, Fed Now in July, that means when you purchase an item, It's usually your credit card to Amazon, something along those lines, or wherever you're purchasing it from. But now it'd be your credit card to FedNow and to Amazon, meaning they're going to know what your purchases are. Oh, what are you purchasing? And that is meant for in the future. And that is meant in the future, we will, you purchased too much gasoline, didn't you? Huh? Can't wait for the gas stoves to be banned, huh? In New York. Right now it's supposedly for new hookups. Oh, it's coming for us, trust me. They're gonna rip it out of our homes. Oh, that can't happen. We live in a world of that can't happen. They can't tell us to stay home and not be able to go out. They can't tell us to get a vaccine or else I lose my job. They can't tell us that. That will never happen in the United States of America. Never, never, never. Well, my friends, it has happened. And it's continuing to happen. All that can't happen has happened. And all that stuff that we see with the Soviet-style dictatorships in third world countries, what they do to their political enemies, what is happening to our President Trump, is a prime example of that. You'd mean to tell me a prosecutor that ran on get Trump, I'm going to get Trump, that jury pool is not tainted from that jury pool of the people that voted for that prosecutor to that now as part of that jury pool. Because Manhattan County, or whatever the hell they call Manhattan, bombed out whatever the hell, because it looks like Detroit to me. That jury pool is not tainted? Give me a break. Of course it's tainted. These cases need to be thrown the hell out because they're all frivolous and they're all without merit. We all know what this is. This is a show trial, what they do in the Soviet Union. And don't think for a moment, it's literally happening in front of all of us. I know you guys get it, but the rest of the people need to get it. And that is why you as soldiers, whatever you need to do, in the sense of promoting on social media, whatever, of course do it within their parameters, because they'll just kick you right off, right? Learn to skirt the line a little, so you're not banned. Do it, double entendre, whatever you need to do to get the point out there, because unfortunately they control everything. And we have to play by their rules to a certain extent. Oh, I'll start our own platform. Okay, good, all right, fine. You're gonna get all these amount of people? Not right now. So we have to work what we have, and that is your voices. Your voices need to be heard, and it's important to continue that fight, because we are in, like I said, a couple days, whatever, weeks away from our meeting next month. We'll be in a bunker, because we're at war now with China. Because if China attacks Taiwan, we all know it, what happens? We're obligated to defend Taiwan, right? So if China attacks Taiwan, we're obligated to protect Taiwan. What does that mean? World War III. Because you'll tell me what China's currying favor in the Middle East, with Saudi Arabia, what they're brokering little deals between Iran and Saudi Arabia, for Saudi Arabia to now also use the yuan, or whatever they call it, their dollar also for petrodollars, that our dollar won't be dropping to hell pretty soon. I hope everyone has a wheelbarrow, because you're going to need that to buy milk pretty soon. But that's okay. We have cryptocurrency coming our way. Hey, you know what we'll do? We will, for every dollar you have, we'll give you 25 cents more. Huh? Get rid of your cash. Here, here's a dollar. You give me the dollar. I'll give you $1.25 credit in cryptocurrency. Hey, look, you're making money.
I don't want that.
Oh, that's what's going to happen. It's going to happen because we're allowing it. We, the people of the United States, are going to allow it. You know why? Because we're so easily manipulated by the media, by the corporate media. We just sit there and go, look what they did to Tucker Carlson. Look what they did to him. Notice, he released a couple of videos from January 6th. And then, our wonderful Senator Schumer. I love him, don't you? Senator Schumer, Rupert Murdoch, I know you, whatever the hell he uttered from his serpent mouth. And then all of a sudden, Fox, oh, shh. Maybe a little sprittering of the same video, just done another way. Same guy, you know, the guy with the thing. And then they let him out early. How did that happen? And then, silence of the lambs, Clarice. Very quiet. And then, oh, the lawsuit with Dominion. What is that meant for? It's meant to shut people up or we'll sue you. Do not ever question what we were doing behind the curtains here. We will sue you. In fact, look, they settled for 700 and something, close to $800 million. The largest settlement in the history of that type of lawsuits. It was a $1.6 billion lawsuit, and they settled for 800 and something, which is roughly 40% of Fox News's income that they get in a year. But at the end of the day, we are in a hellish time. We are going to be where we need to protect ourselves from what is coming. We cannot be silent. We cannot be manipulated by this media. We cannot allow them to do what they're doing to our children. We got to speak up and say, hell no. So that means if there's any meetings for community boards or whatever that might be, get involved, okay? Just like they, in Bay Ridge, they got involved with the 9-story building that they wanted to put up on 86th Street. People got involved, they started, and now it was denied because people spoke up. People gotta speak up. We, the people, hold the power. We don't know that. We hold the power. What happens with Bud Light? Real American hero, whatever the songs go for Bud Light, the Clydesdales. Now wearing dresses or whatever, who knows what they're doing. That'll be the new Super Bowl commercial. Clydesdale with hoop earrings. Okay. What happened to their stock? Went down a lot, huh? How did that happen?
People stop
The
buying
people.
it, I guess.
The people, and then when the people don't do it, what happens? The money goes away. And then their ideals go away too, all of a sudden. Then they start shaking. But we gotta continue with that. Not just do it for one blip per second, because they expect us all to not be able to follow the little, oh, where is this, the little dangling thing. And then we forget, because we forget very easily. 9/11, you forget? Oh, we did, because we're patriots. We're involved. We're in these meetings. Person sitting home, putting on the TV. Whew, I worked 9 to 5. It's on TV today on News 12 Brooklyn or whatever. Oh, channel whatever says I should hate Trump. Okay, I think I will. I like Joe Biden, don't you? Who doesn't love a good hair sniffer, right? Wow. Okay, they're telling me, okay, yep, wow. Don't fall for that crap. What is around you? And this is the message, obviously, for people who are watching this on YouTube. What is around you? What do you see around you that is happening? Not very good things, is it? I'm going to have an electric car by 2035, according to New York State. I must plug it into where? I have no freaking idea. Where am I going to plug it in from my sidewalk? Run it through my house? No, I have to have some hookups. Or they're going to start putting apparatuses in front of your house where you have charging ports. What are they going to do, these psychotics?
They're exploding.
Now they want to do where, hey, based on your income, thank you, Justin Brenner, for those Bay Ridge people here in Dyker Heights. Based on your income, your ticket, get a ticket, maybe whatever. you pay a higher price than the other guy that, whatever, equity, fairness. Isn't that called discrimination? Well, there needs to be a lawsuit. So whoever's watching this, if this happens to you in the future, which it will probably happen, I suggest you go get a lawyer and sue for discrimination. Discrimination based on whatever you're making. I don't care if you're a millionaire. Good for you. Sue. That is discrimination. Because it doesn't, if you don't stop it there, it will continue on. Because these are psychotic leftists. And the psychotic leftists, what do? They're nice people, they just stop, they don't come for your rights, right? Of course they do. They keep coming and coming for it. And what do? Go home, turn on the TV. Oh wow, this bad is happening in the world. Oh, look, I got a telemarketer calling me right now. Hello? Yes, I'm interested in changing my long distance. Sure. Oh, I get a free phone. Nice. Later on in the news, World War III just happened. Way later on in the news, World War III just happened. Well, my friends, it is up to you and I to stop this madness from happening. Yes, right now it doesn't seem like a lot of us, but look, we have prime examples, don't we? What happened? Example 1, Bud Light. You hit them where it hurts in that old pocketbook. You hit it where it hurts. What are they gonna do next? They're going to say, oh my God, what are we gonna do next? Their wokeness will be sleeping pretty soon. Put them to sleep, let them, put a blanket on them, say nighty-night, okay? Read them a bedtime story. But please don't do it in drag. But read them a bedtime story and say, once upon a time, there was a time where the left went for all the good people of the United States. And we were getting away with it. Oh boy, were we getting away with it. We were getting away with it, one thing after another, and no one did a damn thing, and boy, did we enjoy our power. But one day, some people woke up. What was the moment in time that people woke up? Was it for medical freedom? Was it during that time? There was some of us. There was some of us. I know I was one. I know they didn't get me. But was it that time, or was it another time? Was it a time when we all said, enough is enough with this crap? When is that time? Let's hope it's not too late. But as they're reading that bedtime story, then they're going to say, but then they woke up, that sleeping giant. That sleeping giant woke up and stopped us, changed things. Well, it's up to you. We have candidates out there that are fighting for these same causes. We have candidates out there that need your help. We have candidates that need signatures. We have candidates that need to get on ballots and extra ballots already. We have candidates that are in litigation because when they stand up for these types of principles, they are attacked, okay? Because don't be fooled. Republican and Democrat morph into the same sometimes on a lot of issues. Not all. There are clear distinctions in a lot of issues. But on most types of global type issues and whatnot, they seem to be the same. Mitch McConnell is a prime example. Mitch McConnell here. Mr. Mumbles as a prime example of selling us out to China, okay? So they morph into the same. And when you don't play ball with them, they come for you.